Make a loop like that. Oop, go through on this side. There you go. Nice. And pull. Good job. All right, let's do another one.
I'm done with this.
No, you're not. You're not quitting. Oh, wait. Here, I'll show you how you can do it and not screw up your shoulder. You could do it with one hand. All right. Now you make the circle. Yep, come on around. Nice, Danny. You're getting it, buddy. Nice, look at you. Look at that. You made a rope.
Oh, you're better than I am.
He's doing great.
We didn't really know how to get him into the workforce. He's not real verbal, but he's willing to work and he wants to work, and I think it touches me because you want him to have a normal life.
I read the newspaper, and there was an interview or an article in there about a gentleman by the name of Martin Fisher, who was giving a class at the local college here on diversified agriculture or multifunctional agriculture. I went ahead and called Martin and talked to him about his program and what we have available out here, and he mentioned to me about the Care Farm program.
When I say care farming, people just go, huh? What is that? In this valley, just like just about everywhere else in the world, farmers, often struggle and have to continue to look for new ways to bring their business forward, and this is just one way. We use a farm as an environment where people with disabilities can feel whole. In the Netherlands, as well as here, it shakes up things a little bit. Criticism will build. As soon as something goes wrong, people will be like, well, what is this? This is a Wild West. We're sending people out in these environments. It's not safe.
It would have been disruptive to our workflow in what we're doing. We know how to birth a yak calf, but we don't know what to do in a healthcare situation. And that concerned us because we didn't want to put someone in a position where they could possibly be injured through our own ignorance.
Uh-oh. I had a lot of questions. Can I make this work here? Do I have enough background myself to work with individuals that I haven't worked with before with different disabilities? And can I add to their lives?
That tree by the greenhouse that we can see that all the birds are in, that's a leaf bag tree. That just grew since we've been here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mrs. Gill?
Miss
Oh, we miss Gill, yeah.
Yeah, did you spray it?
No, we didn't spray it.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Dustin
that's
was
an
asking
insurance
about
thing.
Walter.
Mm-hmm.
You have what?
And then you probably want to pull it up to the top so your bucket's not so tippy.
Look at all these flowers. Aren't they beautiful?
The
motor was on my lap. They had to cut the roof off and all the stuff off of me to get me out. So I was almost dead in the ambulance ride. I was in a, what do you call it? Coma. There's a short time in my life that's just blank. And it took me a long time to even get my short-term memory back. When they don't understand and they treat me different, I hate that. I want to be treated like a regular human being, because I am, you know? Like when they start baby talking me and stuff, it irritates the heck out of me.
This is my baby. I love it.
It's my little handicap hutch. It's something that I can do that it belongs to me and all, you know? Like when I get irritated with my family, I'll go out there, listen to my nice 80s music, all that, you know.
Want to take a picture of my CD player? If you can see it.
Yeah, like these, they're kind of dehydrated a little bit.
Oh.
So you can either eat them or
I've been taking the door off.
one-handed picking. Oh my gosh.
My son needs to be kept busy, and that's been a huge problem with trying to find a good fit because he doesn't sit.
Yeah, you did good.
We both need that time away from each other. I'm with Dustin basically 24 hours a day. You know, he's in his 20s and he doesn't want to be around mom all the time.
Dustin thought they looked more natural with the stems, so we're taking out the stems.
There's a lot of individuals that live at home like my son does, and there's really not a whole lot of options for them. Very little, you know. We dealt with voc rehab and job coaches for 3 years, and we're not able to get Dustin anything.
I can't just sit here all day and collect SSI. I gotta be doing something, you know?
Montana has a very short growing season, and so Mike and I are trying to make a year's worth of income for ourselves in 4 to 5 months. That in and of itself has a lot of pressure and stress. Care farming has the potential to be stressful too. Dealing with people in crisis can be stressful. Having people become so inflamed so quickly isn't something that I'm that used to. I'm kind of a pretty even-keeled person. It takes a lot to get me upset. See how some of them are sticking up above? Can you take some of the ones that are sticking above?
And then can you use your hand to fill the buckets?
Thank you.
Yeah, don't let
Can you
any,
go like
because
this?
they'll just get smashed. I participated in the pilot project, just getting it started, had a good experience, and then the summer vortex just got too big and the program wasn't very stable, and my schedule, it didn't work out with my schedule.
There were concerns from the very beginning when we were informed that the institutions providing the clients would not provide any insurance coverage nor any staff. We're very good at what we do. We're very good at working with 1,000-kilo animals, but we're not trained with working with people with special needs. It's not part of our expertise. And we're concerned about that, having someone in our direct care and responsibility that we may not be prepared to give them what they needed. If the client had an epileptic seizure, we don't know what to do.
Ow.
Jim talked to our insurance company and they said under our existing insurance policy, which is quite expensive, they said absolutely not. And then we also had some concerns about our staff, and we just have 2 employees, but we knew it would take a lot of their time as well. But we just don't have a consistent daily program that does not require skilled labor, someone who can drive a tractor without supervision and that sort of thing.
The amount of money that was offered to us did not offset the cost. So if we had chosen to participate, it would have cost us a great deal of money to be able to do this, and we just couldn't afford to do that. No matter how much we wanted to. We are a business and we have to watch our bottom line. They smell good.
I think if we weren't so busy with other volunteer projects, maybe we could find a way to see this as a volunteer project if the insurance problems could be resolved. But right now we don't have any extra time to give back to our community.
One of the things that happened for me was I needed to really recognize that I was not going to be as productive of a farmer. When the Care Farm people are here, that's what I'm doing. I'm not farming. And if we get in a little project done, that's just a bonus. Why don't you cut it in quarters and then take it out? I decided to try it again this spring, and we have some really good clients, and it's working out really well. And I feel like it fills me in a way that negates the stress.
Right, Dado. Want that one? Yeah. You know what? I'm actually getting a bald spot.
Let me see. I'm care farming because I hate the idea of people sitting home alone doing nothing. And if I can provide a venue for people to get out of their home for 5 hours a week and experience interpersonal relationships, the sun, the sky, bugs, I'm more than happy to do that.
Just because you're so awesome?
No.
The Care Farm program has made just huge differences in mine and my son's life this past year. My son was able to explain a process to me that he had seen done 2 days before. That's a first in 9 years.
Whoa, dude, it's like the exact same red.
I go to farms 3 days a week. I actually love it. Les Keller in Centennial Farms, he's taught me how to weld, how to drive a tractor, all that. You know, I am extremely grateful for him. And I like the Purple Frog because I like to flirt with Pam. Sorry.
Nice.
This is smearing really bad.
Woohoo!
That looks great.
I cut it out of cardboard with this and it's gone around.
Yeah, you did awesome. Look at
really
you.
good.
My son comes home exhausted, but so proud of a hard day's work. You can't buy that. Oh, that's awesome.
I think that care farmers are open to it because we're looking for ways to diversify our income streams a little bit. I think also Martin Fisher is a very charismatic person, and people are interested in hearing what he has to offer.
I moved to the United States because my wife Ida She's from this area, Flathead County, and when we married, we always said we try to live in my country for a while and in her country for a while. And to come here, I was looking for a big mission, and I feel like the emancipation of seniors, the emancipation of people with disability is a big problem. The healthcare system that is too expensive because we're relying on professionals only is a worldwide economic problem. Looking for different environments to make people with disabilities flourish and get to a higher level of independence is just something that could be huge. Care farming, farms providing day programs for people with disabilities have fully integrated in healthcare systems in several European countries. And I've looked and Googled and asked people from all over. But the day program as integrated within the healthcare system is something I have not been able to find anywhere else in the US yet. You place a person that has always needed care and has always been surrounded by people who give them care. If you place them on a farm, it's just something magic happens because a farmer does not look at him as a client that needs help.
I really don't want to get bogged down with a lot of aspects of the nuts and bolts of dealing with, or not I want to say dealing with, working with handicapped and providing care for handicapped, because I know that there have been volumes and volumes of books that have been written. I'm dealing with the love, the compassion.
Gotta load up. You can put your foot right there.
My foot.
Yep. Okay, that works too.
In my estimation, they're highly functioning. We can communicate. They have abilities to use their hands, whether it's a pitchfork or a rake. And also I have had and do currently have individuals that can run some very limited and safe power tools like a cordless drill, some hand tools, wrenches, hammers, weed eaters, lawnmowers.
When we first started doing this, I hadn't put a lot of thought into it until the first time I took him to the farm and left him there. I was in a panic. What am I doing? What if this? What if that? And sometimes it's really tough to let him know he's driving a tractor. It's like the first time, it's like, are you kidding me? No helmets?
The fact that there are some risk on the farm is great, and it makes people feel alive, and it's part of their strength. But we also need to make sure that people aren't going to get injured left and right, or having significant increases in risk.
And we'll just kind of go around these thistles right here. Okay. Okay, Danny and Arthur, can you stand up? Mm-hmm. Take these boards and put them in the back of the pickup.
Yeah.
Same with you, Danny. If you can grab these, put them in the pickup.
Les works them hard, and Danny loves it.
What do I would do?
Yeah, I noticed that. That's good. You're thinking.
I think because of working on the farm, Danny is more willing to work. He sees things and he can understand that things need to be done, and he'll go do them. It also, because of working on the farm, I think it gives him a purpose, where he, I don't know what to say on that, in that I guess this gives him a purpose, makes him valuable.
He has the sense that, hey, I've got me a job too, and I'm as important as you are. It's harder for him to come up with words to describe what he's doing. And I think the farm helps him do that. Helps the word flow to become a little easier, you know. And Les said one time when we went that he was just so thrilled because Danny was asking him questions and how to do something, and that was just a great breakthrough, really. When they accomplish something, there is such a joy in them that translates over to the person that's helping. I think it touches me because of him and just the improvement that you see. And because you want him to have a normal life. And I think that it helps. All of these things help, that, you know, that we've talked about on the farm, help that and help the kids to have that normal life and to feel good about themselves. So.
When we first began, I was all ball of fire thinking that my guys were going to come out, they were going to learn skills, they were going to learn to work, and then they were going to go out in the job force and get a job. And very enthusiastic about that. And I thought I could get it done, you know, within months. But I found that's not the case. These steps that we take here are very small steps, and sometimes they're a step forward and a step back.
You want to help, Arthur?
Most of your interactions with people on a daily basis is about them wanting something from you. Not exclusively, but it's very, very common occurrence. My guys want nothing from me, other than they want to come out, enjoy being on the farm, and have a good meal.
Arthur, pick those rocks right down at your feet. Can you pick those up, please?
It is a lot of fun, you know, if you have the qualities. To some people, it would just, you know, it wouldn't be a fit.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Make sure my lips are dry so I don't.
No chewing tobacco on there.
One of the challenges are all my guys don't always interact well with each other at certain times.
Go ahead. Get down, guys. You can, Todd, you can just move to the, or you can throw them right behind you.
I had two participants that just, you know, fought like cats and dogs, and one of them wanted to go home because of this one individual was just driving him nuts. And there was just a personality clash. And trying to resolve those situations and for them to be teachable moments that figure out how they can get along, very challenging.
I kind of neglected to about what Les said about not underestimating the snow machine. Oh gosh, did I ever realize, because that thing threw me for a loop, big time. Right at then and there, I felt like Oh, God. Ain't I the asshole? I had a very big problem with my temper. I've had many different jobs. I mean, I've worked at the Kalispell thrift for a number of years. It's had its ups and downs, but there again, I mean, I was going nowhere.
It's not very good when it's so social. The social stigma and personal stuff is difficult for him. So. I didn't know what Care Farm was, and well, I've seen a noticeable difference in his maturity. He takes on things himself and follows through more than he ever has. It's kind of amazing.
Guys, Arthur, we're putting it right there.
This Care Farm has just been a real, like, wow time in his life. Wow. I didn't know this was possible. Wow. Yeah. Good stuff. These kids fall through the cracks. That's why. Nobody cares. They try to get regular jobs, and they last maybe 2 days because they can't stay on track. And they just fall through the cracks. Nobody wants to put up with them. Simple. I've seen it happen too often. You try and you try and you try, and nothing works. And I know my son is not the only one who falls through the cracks. So I'm grateful for anything that can help him be accepted.
It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we need one big long rope because these are going to be for borders.
Yeah. They actually, are we putting that on the here? Or
well, if you want to, we just string it all out.
Hey, Danny. Give a yank. What it does for me? Well, it's all about learning new responsibilities. It gives me a sense of pride. Cool bean. On the Care Farm, I'm more appreciated, and the people like Les and his wife. I mean, they actually treat me like family. You know, they treat me as if I actually belong. Which to me, I mean, it's like, wow. I love the animals. I like talking to them because I feel that they're listening to me. I was carrying a lot of bitterness and anger. I feel as though that weight has been lifted, you know, like I've been set free. If the job were a real cute girl, I'd marry it in a heartbeat. There you go.
You don't know whether you like it or not?
It's fine.
It's fine. Michael's recent involvement with the ATV four-wheeler turnover was a bit scary. Michael is the 7th child. So we went through this process with every child, teaching them how to drive, teaching them different activities and different skills. There's risk involved in letting them get up in the morning and walk out the door. So he's not ready for a tractor yet, but
Nope.
the ATV is really right at his level.
Just the two of them, nothing else.
So you won't get the family car.
What's the difference?
Big difference.
Michael is in his element.
There's smoke over there.
Just the experience of a farm once a week really complements what we can do as parents. And he's outdoors, he's busy with something that's tangible and physical instead of the computer.
We should put a cage around it, man.
Well, it's not ours. We can't.
No, a cage around the,
Yeah, we need an outskirt. An outer skirt.
I think all of us need to have value in our life.
Well, she does.
And Michael does very well at self-entertaining himself. He can keep very busy, but you need social interaction, and you need to have a reason to get up in the morning, and you need to contribute to society.
I'll be with this. I don't have to.
Like any young adult or teenager, he's not happy that it has to start so early in the morning, but then he's happy with the lunches, and he talks about it. He likes it.
Good food.
Not just the food, but he likes the experience. But you've got to speak for yourself.
Something he said.
You're 55 already?
I am.
He's anxious. He's 56. As dirt.
Yeah, I think I'm 55.
It does feel safe over there, and it's like at home. It reminds me of it feels safe to call it home.
We got nothing to do at times, and we're just sitting there, and all the other workers, the handicapped workers, their attention span is so short, so they don't stay bored. With me, my attention span is enormous, so I'm sitting there deliberating on my boredom. It's excruciatingly painful. Les Keller, the Centennial Farms owner, he is very forgiving. I've blown my top a couple times there, and he keeps accepting me back. I think it's just because I do a lot of work.
If what I have here exclusively on this farm was my main source of income, then I would struggle. We got the hay, the horse boarding, the gravel pit, the rental properties, the timber, 30 cord of wood that I sell a year adds up, and my wife working, dabble in real estate a little bit, but I'd like to think that I'm a farmer. The whole idea of the program is for them to benefit and gain skills, and I mean, there's a list a mile long of things, of goals that they want to achieve by being on the care farm, and not particularly just for the farmer trying to get some work done. However, that is an aspect of it too, is that they are helpful. You do make money at it.
You gonna let Sauna sit in the seat?
There are many different types of care farming. We provide programs where respite is our goal, but we also provide programs where activation or people getting more social contacts is a goal. We also have programs where getting job skills is the main goal. And I notice that sometimes people confuse it. They think, well, it's cheap labor for the farmer, but they're not people that, that you could pay a minimum wage.
city girl can't even say ba right. I have to learn everything about this way of life. Do your job. I really didn't have that much to live for, except we're all blessed or cursed with that drive to survive. Depression. Oh, I could tell you a lot. I've had that problem all my adult life. I looked at that sign on my bulletin board introducing this program to us. I said, this is amazing. Even though it's just a day at a time, that's fine. Gives me something to look forward to every week. And it is such a great opportunity to get out of my little apartment. I hope the program continues. I think it's just getting started, just catching on. But in fact, I'm afraid the farmers will be overwhelmed when the word really gets out. But, because we're also, part of the deal is you can just relax and do nothing if that's all you're up to. I hate to say thank the government, but whoever sponsors this, I appreciate it a lot. That we can do nothing, not feel guilty about it.
We came having worked our whole lives and then prepared to retire here. It was a little bit scary to start into a program that hadn't been tested here. You have all kinds of questions of liability. I have big animals, I have horses, I have sheep that are going to possibly run as a herd if the dog moves them in an inappropriate way. We checked with insurance companies and upped our insurance a little bit to make sure we were covered. The program definitely costs a lot of energy. You should have a good night's sleep the night before and be ready to meet the individuals who are coming with your best self.
Hi, Lisa. How are you doing? Good to see you, kiddo. I know it.
There you go. And we're going to go, once we get her going here, we're going to go to that right there. Perfect. Certainly in the beginning, I would not have said that I would have known how to care for individuals with disabilities, but there's a lot of support.
If you go like this, it takes it off too.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can't have expectations that your day is going to accomplish on that day what you might have accomplished on your own. The extra income definitely helps. It is something that you can put back into your farm. You can see that your time is appreciated by organizations, and so it certainly is a part of the Care Farms program.
Not having caregivers is actually a good thing. It's a real positive thing because the clients are interacting with real, normal people. Caregivers tend to be kind of skewed in their approach to the individuals because of the fact that they have a disability and that they try to mold themselves to that. The impact and the effect on our clients is just astounding. A lot of the services our clients have are pretty repetitious. They're pretty much the same year in and year out, nothing new, nothing novel about it. I see the role of the care farms that Martin has started here as being pretty much the icebreakers to expanding what's available to our clients. The programs that fund our clients are very set in how they deal with things. It's kind of like they're square pegs and Martin was kind of a round peg. So making his fit into theirs was a difficult challenge. There's a lot of people that have not thought that this program was even worth the time and effort to talk to him about. And until they actually see what goes on in these programs, you really can't appreciate it.
Systems like Medicaid look so big and intimidating, and if you haven't seen that in a place like the Netherlands it became integrated, then you think, no, that just would be impossible. And so what I did when I came here is I took all the safety, quality standards, all of those things that we developed over the year in the Netherlands and just started them right away. I think in total we have almost 10 funding sources. Most of them are government-related programs, and we just are utilizing them for the farm program. I've always made sure that the reimbursement I give them is a reimbursement. It makes it worth their while to not feel like every minute has to be productive. I can pay a farmer about $50 per client for a full day. And so, yes, it is something that can help them make money in a different way, or maybe more money, but it is not easy money. And so it's just an alternative strategy to develop a business.
Wanna go sing? We're gonna sing outside.
We're gonna move cows this morning away over from this pasture to that pasture. So we'll be setting that up.
Okay.
In Jesus' name I pray.
In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's get on with our day. Don't forget our chores, our teeth, and all that good stuff, okay?
I had never heard before that other people were doing what we do. We consider ourselves a small working farm. So our farm is here to sustain us.
Thank you.
The reason why we are such a good fit with the Care Farm program is, one, those were some of the things we were doing already. Two, we're bringing other people to our farm, which the residents here love to show off what they're doing. They love to share it. They want other people to be part of it. And so when the van or the bus or the car shows up, they're ready. They're at the window. They're like, oh, they're here. And they're so excited because they get to share what they've already been doing. And they feel like they're providing a service. They're helping these individuals that are coming. And then on the other hand, the individuals that are coming feel like they are helping individuals with disabilities. There's elderly individuals that more or less are shut in. Most of them were farmers when they were children, and so for them to get back to the farm is so exciting for them. Making sure that everyone is having the attention and the care that they need while the participants are here is a delicate balance. If the balance is off, what I see is that residents are not interacting with participants, and participants are not interacting with residents. And that is part of the purpose of the program. So if they're not interacting and they're kind of off in their own little quadrant, then it's our responsibility to try to encourage them to interact together. If you are happy, then you are healthy. And that is part of the whole idea of the Care Farm, is to be healthier, preventative medicine. And I remember stories when my mother told me that there was county farms, and this was many generations ago, where individuals with disabilities or abilities that couldn't function in society were dropped off at the farm. And they worked the farm and they lived their life families. So this is something that's been going on for generations. It's just now becoming, to me, as a structured event.
Love you, Helen. Love you guys.
We now have 8 farms that we work with in this valley. You know, that's still very, very small compared to the Netherlands, where they have 1,500 care farms, and I think it could be as big as it is in Europe. You know, there could be hundreds of thousands of care farms in the U.S. in 10 years, and I don't have to be the guy doing it, but I'd love to help others make sure they can do it.
I have no doubt that this could be a nationwide program. We spend so much of our American resources on individuals that aren't able to provide for themselves. This, I believe, is a good thing for the buck. I really do.
Yummy. Have a seat.
Hey.
Hey, that's right. Boy, you're getting really good with your words.
Tractor.
Tractor. That's right.
Logs.
And logs. What else?
Tail.
What else we got? Rope. Rope?
Rope.
Rope. Yeah, very good. All right. Do you know how to tie a knot, Arthur?
Yo.
Arthur. No, look at me in the
Come
eyes.
on,
Look at me in the eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to tie a knot, and I think you can do this. So we got to get these two stuck together. Can you look at this? This might not work. I don't know. We'll see. Arthur, can you watch me? We want to get this tied. So we're going to go make a loop like this.
JJ.
I don't know if this is going to work or not.
I never knew that this was, prior to this, never knew that I would enjoy it this much. I hope I can do it forever, you know. Just about every day that I have my participants, there is a situation that comes up that almost brings tears to your eyes of joy. We were raking up some hay, and this participant had his pitchfork down, scooping up some hay, and as I walked by, I just kind of took my foot and slid the hay up onto the fork to make it easier for him, and he said, "Thank you." And it wasn't totally audible, but I knew exactly what he meant and what he said, and that's the first time he had ever said that.
It's very easy when your life is running smooth to forget those individuals who don't have it so smooth, or who have a child that they love with all their hearts, who don't find every day easy. And if you can offer them something to make it a little easier, a little happier, where they're giving, not just taking, it's a wonderful thing to do. The Care Farms program gives back way more than I ever give to them. And you watch individuals just grow in this program. And I remember one young girl with cerebral palsy. We were able to converse, but speech was difficult for her. But she was on a horse for the first time, and she smiled down at me and she said, "I feel like I'm on top of the world." You don't get moments in your life like that one as much as that moment touched me. It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful moment.